Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with chapter 2, chapter 2 in the arc of Masamune Date. We are going to find out what happens next. Let's see, last time Masamune threatened to cook our rabbit. We convinced him otherwise. And then to save our pride, essentially, we did an archery challenge with him, which he thoroughly beat us. But we also have him convinced to be our archery tutor, so that's cool. Anyway, onwards with chapter 2. Oh, and I didn't check us last time, but we already got a 12% likability, so we're doing pretty good. Alright, onward to chapter 2. Alright, didn't I already do that? I did. Okay. There we go. Imaginations from the other side. A few days passed. The skirmishes with the demons continued. Yukimura had been left in charge. He had done a few minor things and became injured. However, it was reassuring having them here now. Dagger really had summoned heroes to help me. Since they had arrived, the castle hadn't been attacked even once. Oh, there you are. I looked into the courtyard and saw Masamune practicing archery. Not to mention, it came at a good time. Masamune was all alone. I went into the courtyard from the veranda. Masamune! Princess? I came here thinking you might be free today. Please, teach me archery. Masamune's eyes opened up wide. You were serious when you asked me to train you. Of course. As long as our battles continue, I want to make sure I'm prepared. Are you too tired? Please train me. Let's stir up his blood. Are you too tired? Or are you too tired? Or are you too tired? If that's the case, we can do it another day. I waited to see his reaction. Masamune smiled and nodded. It's fine. I don't mind. Aha! Ooh. Masamune watched me shoot some arrows for a while. He then frowned and spoke. You're going too fast. Really? With your skill level, it's too early for you to shoot quickly. Calm down and aim at the target. But if I take too long, won't the enemies come and attack me? It's more frightening to have a raging demon come at you because you missed your shot. I imagine a demon roaring as it rushed toward me. That really does seem scary. It's all the more reason to stay calm. Even if you tell her to calm down, she can't, because he is pretty careless after all. Yukimura was walking on the veranda. He was dragging his feet. I had heard he had been bitten by a demon during yesterday's battle. Do your feet hurt? This is nothing. It's nothing special at all. He said that, but Yukimura didn't come down to the courtyard and kept walking. His injury probably hurt. He was injured because I'd summoned him to this place. Princess? I silently watched Yukimura leave, and Masamune called out to me. Oh, no, it's nothing. Hey, Masamune. Do you have any injuries, Masamune? How bad is Yukimura injured? Do you have any injuries, I think? It's like, yeah, I know I was just taking my brother, but are you okay too? Do you have any injuries, Masamune? Just a few scratches. They aren't very significant. I see. That's good. I felt relieved after hearing him speak nonchalantly about it. How's Yukimura's injury? Are you worried about Prince Yukimura? Ooh. Prince Yukimura. Well, we are brother and sister after all. I wasn't really worried about Yukimura. I worried about all the men that had been summoned here. It was my fault they were injured because I had summoned them here. Then I'll make some more potent medicine in a bit and give it to Yukimura. You're going to make it yourself? Indeed. Masamune nodded very naturally. You can cook? Indeed, otherwise I wouldn't have said I could make it. I guess that's true. Masamune spoke as if he had been obvious, but I thought it was very uncommon. There were many men who worked in the kitchen, but I never seen a commander who could cook. I thought this yesterday, but do you go into the kitchen sometimes, Masamune? I do. What about it? I'm sure everyone was surprised. Masamune didn't fuss over and chuckled. Well, they did look shocked. They did, right? But why do you cook? If your military commander goes into the kitchen, won't some people look down on you? If they want to look down on me, they are free to do so. Masamune lightly snorted. Food gives us health, and health makes our bodies. If the soldiers aren't healthy, then we can't win. If you take food for granted, you'll die. The way he spoke was very gallant. You're right. That's probably how it is. Masamune didn't care. He didn't worry about how others thought about him. He's very interesting. I've been guilty for calling him here, but I was glad to meet someone like him. I never met someone like him before. Wait, was that really true? Masamune had been called here to replace the commander that had befriended my real brother. I never had a good conversation with him. I wasn't surprised because I had lost my memories, but I had a hunch that was true. The only thing I remembered about him was him staying quietly while I talked to my brother. Although the face they had died with fighting the demons. The reason I hadn't known about my lost memories of him was probably because we hadn't been close. It's relaxing to have you around, Masamune. Really? Yeah. Whether I looked at Yukimura, father, and Hanabe, I couldn't help but think about how I didn't know the original counterparts. I was the only one who could grieve over them. Not to mention, I don't know how to act in front of them. I hadn't known the person Masamune replaced. That was why I was relaxing being around him. Not only that, but his carefree attitude was also relaxing. I wish I had a big brother like you, Masamune. Is that so? Yeah, that way Yukimura could have someone to rely on as well. If I had an older brother like Masamune, I'm sure I would have been reliable as well. I'm thinking about such strange things. I quietly mumbled and laughed bitterly in my mind. As if I had any brothers. To begin with, I wasn't even related to any of the people around me. A few days passed. Nobunaga invited me to a tea party in the afternoon. That's different. A tea party with my father. Woo! As I climbed the castle tower, I saw Yukimura ahead of me, looking bored. What? He called you too, Kaze. I could say the same to you, Yukimura. I was telling him I didn't have time for something so laid back. Yukimura crossed his arms and sighed. I glared at Nobunaga. Yukimura is right. I came here to tell you I don't have time to relax and sip tea. Originally, I was supposed to have had an archery lesson, but it was cancelled because of this. I felt frustrated and spoke harshly. Even after we had complained to him, Nobunaga didn't care and made the tea. This castle doesn't have a single tea room. That's right. It wouldn't be a bad idea to build one. What are you saying? What in the world? What are you saying? The only place left intact is the Center Bailey. That's right, Father. We have a plethora of things that need to be built before that. More importantly, if we can't stop the demons somehow, we won't be able to buy lumber. Stop with your nagging. I already know the situation we're in. Nobunaga served tea to both of us. However, it is good to have some leisurely entertainment from time to time. After all, we are family. His smiling eyes were fixated on me. His words had another meaning behind them. It was like he knew we weren't actually related to each other. After Nobunaga saw me look tense, he smiled. His tone changed completely. There is another reason I called the two of you here today. The vassals informed me that you have been rather friendly with Masamune, Kaze. I have. He's teaching me archery. Is there a problem with that? Didn't you say something like you wish Masamune was your older brother? If you praise the vassals too much, that could invite foolish conduct such as treason. I believe I told you this before, didn't I? I felt the blood rushing to my head. Masamune and I should have been only two people there. Yet, how did he know that? Ooh, become angry. Who was listening in on us? Come on. You sent someone to eavesdrop on us, didn't you? He even reported every word back to you? How cowardly of him. And I thought some loyal servant giving him that information, my insides broiled. Yukimura also frowned in discomfort. But Father, I'm sure Kaze didn't mean to do anything like that. Masamune isn't the kind of guy who would rebel against... It's just like Yukimura said, Masamune wouldn't betray us. Okay, I understand. Nobunaga waved his hand if he were being a nuisance. No. I don't like it. I don't take people seriously when they slander another person's name. They are so aggravating. I'd rather cut them down than listen to them. Huh? Well, that's what I thought. I didn't actually do it. Nobunaga's smile was naturally cold. Yukimura looked unhappy as he crossed his arms. Please stop. If you slew people over trivial things like this, our castle would be empty. I feel sorry for our soldiers. If a fool lives, they can be used as a shield. Those eyes. He's so frightening. I had goosebumps. If he felt like it, he could kill a vassal without hesitating. I could tell from his fierce eyes. Incidentally, Masamune is a samurai from some provincial town, right? His question was aimed toward Yukimura. Yukimura didn't hide his resentment as he answered. He came from a rural area to work here a short while ago. He seemed like a man who quickly rose in social status. He cannot be trusted. Yukimura slowly moved his knees toward Nobunaga. Masamune came this far thanks to his quick wit. You were the one who promoted him, Father. Even if you are my father, if you look down on him... Nobunaga waved his hand. If I hadn't said those things, this is all information from those nagging fellows. But Princess, you are a woman, and Masamune is a man. There is gossip that Masamune is trying to entice you to become your husband. They say that he intends to get on your good side and belittle Yukimura. I have no intention, I know. But if you're fond of Masamune, keep in mind there are fools like that out there. Yes, Father. Depending on my actions, I had a chance of being a burden on Masamune. Nobunaga put an elbow on his armrest. He pulled out a fan and pointed at a teacup. Come now, what is wrong? Drink it before it gets cold. It was like Nobunaga was taking pleasure in our current situation. I was angry, but I grabbed the teacup. Yukimura, I have no intention of belittling you. You don't have to tell me. I already know that. Yukimura spoke in displeasure and drank the tea in one gulp. Well, damn. Then again, as long as Masamune's comfortable, that's all that matters. As I thought that, I loitered around the barracks. Many vassals lost their homes after demons attacked. That had been the case for Masamune's original counterpart as well. Now, he was sleeping in this barracks with other people. It was a room full of men, so I could hear their rough voices leaking out. In the past, I hadn't come here often. What should I do? I was curious, so I came here. I knew Masamune was inside, but if I called for him, people might think badly of him again. I had come to ask if he was doing okay, but that might make the situation worse. I'll just come back later, Ben. Yeah, let's not make it worse. We don't want worse. I'll come back tomorrow. I couldn't figure out a good plan, and just as I was turning around to leave, I heard a loud thump from inside and then people making a ruckus. I unconsciously stopped and heard Masamune's voice flow into my ear. Nag, are you guys trying to be like my mother? It's annoying. If you mock me any further, I will cut you up and serve you in a plate, you hams. I just gave Masamune a whole new voice. Whoops. Oh my. I consciously mumbled as I panicked and covered my mouth. I then quietly walked away. Once I got far enough from them so that they couldn't hear, I let out a burst of hair. I was so surprised who Masamune can yell like that. It was like him to talk about food because he was so fixated on cooking. I thought he was a calm and composed person, but he had a way with words when he was angry. But I wonder what happened. If Masamune had become that angry, it must have been something big. I hope it didn't have anything to do with me. I looked back on the path I came from. However, I couldn't hear anything from the barracks anymore. Oh, okay, well, there ends chapter 2. Let's see what our new ranking is. 27%. Not bad, considering I just, barely said hi to Masamune at all. It's like, hi, Masamune! Alright, guys. Well, there ends chapter 2. I'll see you next time in chapter 3. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later. Bye. Kaze out.